Hello and welcome, Adam from Balancing Touch Reflexology. And today I'm curious if any of you other reflexologists use oil or cream during your reflexology session. I'm going to share with you how I do. So I do use oils and creams during the reflexology session, but I use them at the end of a session because I want to make sure that when I'm doing my reflexology that I don't get any slipping and sliding. I want to make sure that my thumbs can feel every movement and every little detail as I go. But if I use oil or cream during the session, a lot of that information that I normally get gets a little bit blurred. I do really like using it at the end of a session, so I allot a little bit of time at the end to kind of give like a glorified massage ending to the reflexology session, because I feel like, you know, you're doing reflexology, it feels really great, you're doing lots of pointed pressure, lots of focused work, but at the end I really like to give bigger movements and bigger, sort of massage type feeling to promote lots of circulation and things like that. So I want to share with you what I actually use. I use sesame oil. I just love and have read so many great things about sesame oil, the benefits and all that. I can list them up here. As you can see, there's a lot of them, right? But I just really love this stuff. There's also a way that you can make this oil so it doesn't go bad, right? There's a way of curing it. I'll show you that in another video. Another thing too is you want to make sure the sesame oil that you use is not the already roasted one that's darker in color, right? But this is the one that you want, and you want it to be unrefined. I like this, and I use it in combination with something that I picked up in Thailand a long time ago when I was there. In Thailand, they use this in combination with Vaseline, but I'm not a big fan of applying Vaseline on the feet, so I like the combination of using the sesame oil better, right? So that's my sort of little mixture, and I get so many great responses from it, and it's great because it's pretty powerful. It's kind of like, I don't know if you're familiar with Tiger Balm, but for me, it's like a great smelling Tiger Balm. So it has a lot of the, uplifting, heating qualities to it that, Tiger Balm has. It's all in Thai, but there are some ingredients in it that are just really great, and I'll actually post them right here. I have this little vase type thing, and this is where it's really dirty, wow, because it gets really oily, right? This is where I keep the sesame oil, and what I do is I pour boiling hot water in here, and then this sits inside like so and warms up. So I do this before I get a client, and then it's sitting there and then it's all ready to go, and then by the end it's nice and warm when I'm actually ready to work on the feet. So I thought, rather than just talking about what I use, I want to take you over to where I'm going to show you a couple techniques that I find really great and useful at the end of a session. And so even a little technique like this, in massage it's called effleurage. Just to put the oil on is really something to think about. So in general, I kind of go across the top, go around the sides, one hand comes around the bottom, and then the top slides like that. Go along the top, one hand goes on the bottom, and along the top here. So I just get into a groove of flowing like this. Okay, so it's kind of like a top, grab the heel, switch hands for me because I'm right-handed, and then across the top. Right, so that's one technique, and that's basically to apply the oil onto the foot evenly. Then what I like to do is go around the ankles. Okay, so the thumb's on top, right where the ankle bends, and I bring my thumbs around and I go on both sides here go around the ankle and up. Okay, so I do a nice little circular motion this way. And again, it's like a timing thing that you just have to get used to. Okay, and you're pushing on the inside, right? Kind of going up on either side of the bones. And you're giving it a nice circular motion all the way around. And this is really good for any type of swelling in the ankle. Right, so I do this a couple times. Right, I'll show you on this foot. So again, starts at the top, rounds the bend. Right, so this thumb will come around this way. Right, this thumb goes around the ankle that way. Okay, so you're circling right around the ankle and then going up. Right, there's a natural occurring little line that your thumb is going to go into, and then I'll lighten up as I come around here, and then add pressure, 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 and lighten up. Pressure, 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 and lighten up, okay? So then I add in both thumbs, and it looks like a big, nice circular motion here. Okay, so I really like this technique, right? Another one that I wanted to show you is, it's a thumb over thumb, I'll call it, okay? And so this is one that you can kind of walk all the way across the top here. Right, and it just looks like that. You're basically just pushing up and then lightening up and letting go. Right, push, push, push. Right, I'll come over here and do it on this foot. Push, 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 push. Good. I'll do the same thing up here too, and I'm going to go in between each of the, I'll call it valleys, between the toes bones, right? And I'm just going to go the same technique that I was just showing you, but now with the fingers. And I'm applying quite a bit of pressure, and it's mostly on the first and second fingers, but all of them are working together. And again, on the back side, the thumb is holding nice and firm, and I rake that way and this way, right in between the valley of the toes. And then I'm going to go to this side, move over to the next valley, move over to the next valley, move over to the next valley. So then I'm going to do like a finger raking, and you want to make sure that you don't ever put your nails on it because it's going to hurt. But all you're doing is little circular motions all the way around. And for this one, I like one hand to be stationary and hold the foot, and then the other hand works. Right? And if you're right-handed, you can kind of get in there and do it this way. Okay, I'll come over and do this one. So raking in between the valleys on this side. And again, it's really important to have the thumbs on the bottom holding firm. Okay, so you just rake in between, rake in between. Don't forget the pinky side. Okay, and then again, you're going to do that raking. Open finger raking. Okay, and this one feels really good. On the bottom, I like to use a thumb over thumb. One's going this way, one's going that way, right? Right, just feels really good to do that. Then I come down the middle of the foot, and I'm just going to be doing some raking with my thumb up and down. Okay, you can use two thumbs, a little bit difficult, but so I just use one thumb, and I really get in there. You can also, because you're using oil here, you can also use your whole fist going up and down. Right. Another one that I like to use as well is you stand up, and you actually use your fingers and you spread it apart. Right, so you're opening up the foot that way. Or you can do the thumb over thumb this way. And you can see me on the other side here, and it feels okay, like because to actually put your arm on there and just lean, right? Don't be afraid to get in the client's space a little bit. This one too, you can just do, I'm just circling around this way. You can use the back of your knuckles. It's actually in between the digits here. And what you do is you can just do a nice little, again, little rocking. It's almost like finger tapping, right? Like that, but you're using your knuckles to just go around this way. Right. And again, working right in deeply in the hips. Work on the inside here. Right, again, you can work like that. A little bit of a deeper pressure. It's easier for me to do as well. But because you have oil on here, you can really, you don't have to be afraid of, hurting the skin or rubbing the skin the wrong way. So you want to make sure that you have enough oil, but not so much that the foot's dripping. Because usually I only work and do this about maybe 5 minutes a foot. And you'll notice me coming back to this one again because it just feels like a full, nice, complete movement, right? But you'll see, well, I can feel it a little bit better. But what we've done now is really worked a lot of the oil into the foot already. So there's not a lot of excess oil. And then what I would do is this foot wrapping technique. Go across this way, flip this over, and you have a nice little boot. Right, on this side. Make sure it's going up towards the other knee. Then you pull this across. If you want to learn how to do this better, you can, I made another video on how to do a foot wrap. Right, and then you can continue. I like doing this dot to dot all the way down the foot. Right, it gives a nice ending to it. Come over to the other side. Working all the way down. So there you have it. That's what I do at the end of a reflexology session. I don't do always the same strokes, but those are some of the most common ones that I use, and I just find them really great. And I picked up most of those movements in Thailand when I was there, along with the green herb oil that I showed you earlier. I would love to hear if you use oils or creams before, during, or after your session. How you incorporate it into your reflexology session. That would be great. You can just leave it in comments below so others can read how you do it and we can sort of share that way. That would be amazing. So until next time, happy reflexology. Bye-bye. Let me know what you thought of this video by leaving a comment below. Any type of feedback can be useful. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you found it useful, feel free to share it with anybody who might be interested. Make sure that you have subscribed to this channel if you haven't already. And make sure that you hit, or better yet, step on that bell icon so you know when the next video is coming out. And if you have some more time, why don't you check out some other videos? Till next time, this is Adam Thomas from balancingtouch.ca.